"My plate's outside with the dogs," my brother said, loud enough for everyone to hear. Laughter followed, uneasy, nervous, like a room pretending it hadn't just witnessed cruelty. No one spoke. Not my mother, not my father, not even her. I looked at my brother. Same smug grin, same greedy eyes that once begged me for help. He'd always known how to humiliate without raising his voice. But tonight he was sitting at a table I built and he didn't even know it. So I placed a small silver-wrapped gift on the table and said, quietly, "Check under your plate." Everyone froze. The air shifted and E got ready to speak. It started with a phone call. My brother Daniel said he wanted to reconnect, said family mattered again. I believed him foolishly. He had just lost his job, and I, being the older brother, brought him into the company I'd built from nothing. I trusted him with contracts, clients, everything. He smiled, called me Hishiro, and made me believe was thicker than ambition. Then I met her, Claire, my wife. She said Daniel reminded her of me, just rougher around the edges. I laughed when she said that. Turns out she wasn't joking. It wasn't one big clue. It was a series of small, sharp owns. Her laughter around him lasted a second too long. His car parked near our house when he was working late. A message I wasn't meant to see, half deleted, but enough to burn the rest in my mind. When I confronted Claire, she cried. When I confronted Daniel, Hez smiled. He said, "You always had more. I just took what you didn't deserve." That's when something in me snapped. Not loud, not violent, just final. I didn't throw him out. I didn't shout. I let him believe he'd won. That's the thing about revenge. It only works if they think you've surrendered. So, I started small. I rewrote contracts, shifted company shares into new names, silent names. I created a dummy branch, fake board meetings, a decoy empire. And while Daniel thought he was stealing from me, he was stealing from himself. Claire helped him. Of course she did. They moved money, fabricated deals, thinking they were building their own future. What they didn't know was that every transfer, every forged signature, every secret account was mine. When the company collapsed, I played the victim perfectly. I left town, let them handle the fallout. A year later, they were broke. The accounts were frozen under Daniel's name. The government wanted answers. So did the board. Claire left him soon after. She thought she could save herself by testifying against him. But every document she handed over traced back to her own login credentials. I stayed silent through it all until tonight. Daniel lifted his plate. Underneath was an envelope. Inside a single document, his name, his signature, a transfer of ownership, giving me back everything he'd stolen, dated 2 years ago. His face went pale. He looked at me like a man realizing the walls weren't closing in. They already had. I leaned forward, my voice low. "I told you, Dan, I don't take what's not mine. I just take it back." He opened his mouth, but nothing came out. Mom reached for the paper, her hands shaking. Dad said my name, but I didn't look at him. I just watched Daniel. All those years he wanted my life, the success, the respect, the seat at the table. Now he had nothing. And worse. Everyone knew why. "You should eat," I said, standing up. "Dinner's getting cold." Then I nodded at his plate. The one sitting untouched outside with the dogs, right? The silence that followed wasn't awkward. It was justice. As I walked out, I heard the first sound, the soft crack of a man breaking, realizing he'd been playing checkers while I'd been playing chess. Used to think revenge was about making them suffer. It's not. It's about restoring the balance they shattered. Daniel taught me that trust can be currency, and once you spend it wrong, you never get it back. Claire taught me that love without loyalty is just opportunity waiting to betray you. Tonight, I didn't just reclaim my place. I reclaimed my peace. Because the thing about betrayal is it only hurts when you care. And I stopped caring the moment Hez smiled. Now he finally knows what that smile costs.